Welcome to Real Food, and today I am going to talk about fresh French croissants. I have just discovered these frozen croissants in our co-op supermarket. I've never actually tried to bake them at home from frozen. I know they also sell those tubes where they're not frozen but they're sort of ready inside, and you open this tube and they come out and you can bake them, and it's generally a very good experience. You can bake them at home and it will be a freshly baked croissant. But another reason why I wanted to try these, I'm going to review them today, is to see whether this baking of these croissants will produce a very nice aromatic experience, because partly I discovered that baking and, for example, grinding coffee produces a very pleasant aromatic experience. I, for example, have a coffee grounder in my kitchen which I use exclusively to generate aromatic experience. I don't drink much coffee actually. I used to drink and then I started drinking less, and now I don't drink any coffee, but I like to smell it. I like the smell of freshly ground coffee beans. So I've got this grinder and I switch it on just to generate that wonderful aromatic experience. I use the grounds, coffee grounds, to fertilize my garden on the balcony. Interestingly, you know, some plants, they actually do like coffee ground coffees. So for them, for these plants, it's a really good fertilizer. And sadly, I also discovered that slugs, they also like ground coffee. You know, they get some kind of high from caffeine, I reckon. So you need to use it in moderation if you use it as a fertilizer. But in particular, you know what, if you have blueberries, they like acidic environment, and apparently coffee grounds, they provide that acidic environment, or they help creating such environment. So if you have blueberries, and I suspect perhaps other berries and that are rich in vitamin C, it's interesting, yes, that coffee contains caffeine, which actually, if you digest it, it actually destroys vitamin C, but it helps grow blueberries that are rich in vitamin C. So, a paradox. So, but to cut the story short, I also like baking things, and I do like eating baked things like pies and tarts and croissants. But also, I really do enjoy the aromatic experience. For example, I recently tried to reheat bread and butter pudding, and it produced such phenomenal scent in my kitchen and throughout my flat that I concluded that's it. Bread and butter pudding is now going to be another one of those, like coffee for me, where I'm going to be putting it in the oven during winter, especially to warm up the flat and to create that beautiful bakery style aromatic experience. So if you have similar foods that give you such pleasant aromatic experience, do share those in the comments, because I would like to discover more. So for me, this has become a discovery of aromatic food experiences, not specifically eating them, but enjoying the fragrances that these products and foods produce when they're baked or ground, or you know, at any stage really. Okay, so what I'm going to do with these, I think they're relatively easy to bake actually. You put them on a tray and for just 20 minutes and you're done. So it should be relatively easy. Okay, so I've got my croissants. Look at them on a tray. Look how gorgeous they look. Another reason why I really liked this co-op edition of croissants is that they look really pretty. You know, they're not too big, not too small. I suspect they will expand a little, but they're still like fairly compact and well formed, so you could eat one and then indulge yourself with another one and not feel too guilty. Because, you know, some croissants in some cafes, they're really huge. I mean, they're so big, you eat one and it's like you've had your lunch. But this looks gorgeous, don't you think? Okay, well, that's it. So now they go for 20 minutes in the oven, and I'll show you what they look like when they come out and whether they produce that amazing aromatic experience. So I suspect they will. Okay, here we are. Here are the croissants. They look absolutely fantastic, and I'm really happy to tell you that they also produced beautiful aromatherapy in my kitchen, and it's the kind of smell that you find in French patisserie. So it's bread, bakery, butter, pastry, sugar, that kind of really delicious smell. I'm really pleased that this worked out. They do look fantastic, and it's taken literally 20 minutes. And they have expanded a little. So another thing I was going to talk to you about is that there is a way also to check their quality. So if you cut them in the middle and you see a very nice sponge like ornament in the middle, perfectly formed, that's a sign that you've done everything right, and it's a good quality croissant. It baked well, and it's basically it's a quality sign, yeah. But if you don't get that kind of ornament, it's clumpy or lumpy, or the layers didn't separate properly, then it's probably not the best croissant. But it's still gonna be edible and probably delicious. But that's what I've seen, how the French themselves are rating their croissants. So I'm not going to do it immediately. I'm going to let these croissants cool a little, because I've just taken them out of the oven, so they do need to cool a little bit, but I have a good feeling about them. They performed really well. Look, they look gorgeous, and they're well baked on both sides. So we'll see. I'll do that experiment and we'll see how that works. Okay, so I allowed them to cool a little, and now I'm going to do this test. I'll call it fluffiness test. So I'm going to cut it gently. I've taken this really big knife in order to cut it gently and not to damage the structure of them, because I don't want my knife to act as some kind of weapon against my gorgeous croissant. So I have a good feeling. I think there will be a really nice texture in there. So let's have a look. This is absolutely amazing. This is gorgeous. This is exactly what you should expect. This perfectly formed, all sort of very airy, very light. This gorgeous ornament. There is no clumpiness. There's no glue-like sort of layers of pastry. So nothing is undercooked, nothing is overcooked. Look at this gorgeous structure. So this is exactly what you're supposed to have. In this, I would like to recommend these croissants from Coop. They're easy to prepare. They cook well, according to the instructions, in 20 minutes, just as they say it would. Perfect. Let me wish you bon appetit, and we'll chat again soon.